Earlier this month, U.S. President Donald Trump followed through on something he had long threatened, pulling out of the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, formerly known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA.
I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. In a few moments, I will sign a presidential memorandum to begin reinstating U.S. nuclear sanctions on the Iranian regime.
The remaining countries in the deal, the UK, France, Russia, Germany, China, and Iran, have pledged to stick to the agreement despite the U.S. withdrawal. Renewed U.S. sanctions could go into effect on August 6th. The European Union is trying to shield companies from U.S. sanctions by enacting a regulation that dates back to the 1990s.
We have to act now, and that is why we will begin the blocking statute process of 1996, which aims to neutralize the extraterritorial effects of U.S. sanctions in the EU. We must do it.
The 1996 measure would ban European firms from complying with U.S. sanctions. It also allows firms to collect damages and shields companies from adverse court rulings. But there is limited appetite in Europe to take on the U.S.
We are not going to start a strategic trade war with the United States over Iran. I repeat very clearly, we are not going to sanction or counter-sanction American companies to answer on this subject.
Iran says it needs reassurances if it is to keep up its part of the deal and not restart its nuclear program.
There are very clear economic benefits that have been specified in the JCPOA that Iranian people have to receive in order for the balance that was created in the JCPOA and carefully negotiated in the JCPOA to remain. And we will have to see whether our remaining participants in the JCPOA can deliver those benefits to Iran.
In a speech on Monday, the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will outline the U.S. plan to forge a new Iran framework that will meet President Trump's goal. A deal that is permanent, addresses Iran's non-nuclear ballistic missile program, and limits Iran's involvement in regional conflicts. The State Department says U.S. allies in Europe largely agree with President Trump's goals and that renewed sanctions will bring Iran back to the bargaining table. But that is far from certain. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.